What I really could have done without right now is this ignition problem creeping back up on me. This morning I drove back from Stoke, back to Sheffield, went to see my daughter for a bit, went to see my friends for a bit, put my foot on the brake as I was driving along and the ignition went off when I put my foot on the brake. Went off completely and stayed off for a little while. Ignition finally came back on after a few tries. Set off back up the road again. Turned the corner, put my foot on brake. Ignition went off again. So now I've got some fucking issue with the brake pedal. But now the ignition won't come back on at all. But I want to try. Nothing. No ignition. Every so often it'll come on. Really could do without this. I'm parked on quite a steep hill as well. It's not like I can stay here for night either, really. I've got RAC breakdown, but it's going to be a nightmare, isn't it? All the fun of the fair. Was ready to go disappear into the woods and hide away from the city. I found myself right in the heart of this massive housing estate and industrial area over there. Really could have done without this today. Really could have done without it. I just want to go out into the peaks and be away from stuff. There's literally nothing now. Nothing at all. Nightmare. I'm going to start dismantling everything. Guess I'm taking the fuse box to pieces after all. It's not looking good. What's all this? I'm looking like I know what I'm talking about, what I'm doing. Yeesh. So I've got literally nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing on the ignition whatsoever. I've just took the fuse box down, had a snoop around, see if I can see anything obvious, and there's absolutely shit all. All the fuses are bob on. There's absolutely nothing wrong. So now I've had to give in and phone the RAC. And the RAC is saying, we can send a patrol out and somebody can come try and fix it for you. It's going to be 90 minutes, which makes it like 10 o'clock. But they can't recover it. If it needs recovering, then they'll have to call for another breakdown truck, which could be another couple of hours. And then they'll get you towed. Blah, 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 blah. So, living life. So I decided that I'm just going to get it towed. I'm going to get it towed into the Peak District because I've got nationwide recovery, thank God. So I can get towed to anywhere I want to go. So I'm going to get towed to the Peak District. And at least I'm there. At least I'm there. If I can get somebody to come help me, I'll get somebody to come help me. If not, at least I can have a look at it in the daylight and see if I can see anything wrong with it. I hate touching vehicles. So, long story, but when I was younger, when I left school, I trained as a mechanic. Like MVQ level 3 or something back then, which was alright back then, obviously, but cars have changed a lot in the last 20 years. So I used to be obsessed with cars and stuff, especially classics. But as I've got older and more broken, and my body's been not as good, I've hated cars. I hate working on vehicles. I would rather pay a mechanic. I would rather pay a mechanic to work on them. So now, brilliantly. Again, I said to the breakdown guy, if I wasn't parked on a hill, I'm parked on this hill here. If I wasn't parked on a hill, I'd just go to sleep now. That's an annoying noise, isn't it? So I've spent all day preparing. Ugh. Hold on a second. Hold your horses. I've spent all day prepping for my little isolation activation in the Peak District. And I'm stuck in Winkerbank in Sheffield. Got 90 minutes to wait for the recovery, which is really annoying. But let's see how it goes. It's a bit of drama for the evening, isn't it? You know what I mean? I could have just gone straight to bed and had an early night, which would have been really boring. Instead, I decided to have a major fault on the van for fun. It's because I was talking about buying a new van today. I think the van heard me and deliberately broke down. All right. So, recovery man turns up. I look like Jesus right now, don't I, with my white t-shirt on and my hair like this. Oh, bless you, my children. So, I wonder if I can get like a halo. Oh, Jesus loves you. Bless you, my children. In all seriousness, though, recovery man turned up with his flashy lights and that. First thing he said, "Not gonna get that on here." I was like, "What do you mean you're not gonna get that on here? It's too big." I said, "Well, I fucking told him what van it was. I told him it was a medium wheelbase. Long wheelbase that though, isn't it?" "No, it's not. It's a medium wheelbase, mate, and it'll go on there. Not going to go on here." Anyway, so steam came out of my ears and that. I got a bit pissed off and I said a few words. Anyway, got in the. He said, "Will it move? Because you parked. I'll have to block this road off. Blah blah blah. Can you reverse it back a bit?" I said, "It's not going to move anywhere, mate." Got in it. Showed him that it's not going to move anywhere. Just by chance, I just hit the ignition barrel with a fucking ratchet. Blackpool lights came on dash. Everything came on. Boop. Ignition. Power. Starter motor. It didn't sound like that, but came on. So I was like, the guy said to me, "But you feel like a right cunt now, don't you?" Well, yeah, I do actually, but don't point it out, mate. Like, I do feel like a bit of a twat now. So anyway, wiggled ignition barrel, it cut off again. Wiggled it again, it came back on again. Wiggled it, went off. So I drove around block, worked fine. I was about to set off to Peak District to do this self-isolating thing that everybody's doing, which is what was my intention today. But then I just thought, you know what, it's like 10:30. I'm just going to get in bed. So I pulled up on this side street where I have parked before. Remember when the aliens came to try and get me and anal probe me, and I ran off and came to park under these streetlights on this street? I'm parked here again, but no anal probing tonight. Unless I self-anal probe, I don't know, I might self-anal probe. I feel like self-anal probing after waiting 3 hours for a recovery truck only for the van to start again. Anyway, I need a new ignition barrel, I think. I'm going to have a look at it in daylight tomorrow. But at least I know what it is, which is a positive, because I don't think an ignition barrel is very expensive. So the silver lining of that cloud is that I know what it is now. And it's a problem that's been happening for a little while. So I'll take that off tomorrow and sort that out. Anyway, this was an unexpected video. All my videos for the near future were going to be about this thing that I'm not allowed to mention because YouTube keep demonetizing videos that mention this thing. You know, the thing that's happening around the world that's killing people. That thing, we're not allowed to mention that because we get demonetized. But all my videos for the foreseeable were going to be about that. But this is an unexpected one. Mildly entertaining, no doubt, for you lot. To know that I went through an emotional roller coaster like I did. Anyway, I hope you all don't die. Wash your hands. Look after each other. Check on your neighbours. Check on the elderly and the disabled. Don't hoard bog roll. Bye, Felicia.